one fall. Introducing first, representing Ego, Kazarian.
And how about this? Kazarian kicking things off here on Xplosion. Exclusive action we're going to see right here. Two men with a lot of history we're going to be talking about during the course of the matchup. But it's Kazarian, part of Ego, Mike, today.
Yeah, the Extraordinary Gentlemen's Organization. Kazarian, 1/3 of the group.
And his opponent, accompanied by Velvet Sky from Detroit, Michigan, Chris Sabin.
Well, how about this? Did we ever think that we would see these two come out to the ring together? Kind of a hush-hush relationship for a
several years, right?
Several years here, and finally coming forth. And yes, we are together, Chris Sabin and Velvet Sky.
Yeah, very intriguing, very interesting to see that this private relationship that you talked about has become public. And the former world heavyweight champion, Chris Sabin, escorted by Velvet Sky, who takes her place at ringside to be right in the corner of her man. Chris Sabin to face Kazarian. I don't think you could ask for a better Xplosion exclusive matchup.
Boy, these two about ready to lock horns. How about a little history lesson here, Mike, today? How about the year 2003? These two compete in the very first Ultimate X match at the Asylum, and here they are 10 years later kicking things off on Xplosion.
Boy, I remember that night, and what a night that was. Really set the tone and set the pace for much of what the X Division has become over the course of the past, say 2003, I would say the past maybe 10 years, right? The past decade.
And the great Ultimate X matches we've seen both men in. Kazarian making it very clear, undefeated in ladder matches here at Impact Wrestling. Chris Sabin, former world heavyweight champion. Interesting to note how their careers have gone in these 10 years, taking very different paths, but ending up in the same place in top spots. Key players here 10 years later of Impact Wrestling. And Chris Sabin, a former world heavyweight champion.
I think one of the biggest differences as you look back at the careers of Sabin and Kazarian was that Chris Sabin was primarily a tag team wrestler for so many years. One half of the Motor City Machine Guns tag team with Alex Shelley, and since becoming exclusively, primarily a singles competitor. How has Chris Sabin's career taken off, JB?
And how does Velvet Sky in Chris Sabin's corner affect his mind games, his mindset going in? We haven't seen Velvet Sky in this role before. Should be interesting to see what she adds, what she brings to the table, some coaching perhaps, some moral support. As Kazarian lays a knee there in the midsection to the big right. Into the ropes goes Sabin now. Kazarian comes at him, full steam ahead and right through the middle of the ropes. Kazarian answers with a drop kick, and down to the floor goes Kazarian. Courtesy of Chris Sabin now.
Sabin gonna fly, gonna go slingshot, lands on the apron. Kazarian avoids him and then comes right back. Oh, that apron. Just no give out there.
Face first into the apron. We're gonna see if he can recover from this. Kazarian versus Chris Sabin here on TNA Xplosion. We are back, Xplosion exclusive matchup. JB along with Professor Mike today. This is Chris Sabin versus Kazarian. Kazarian, one like a drop kick, and takes down Chris Sabin in a cover. 2 counts.
Explosive move by Kazarian, taking that basic drop kick. But because of the power of his legs, the extra force and impact behind the kick turned the match in the favor of Kazarian. You know, as far as Sabin is concerned, relationship with Velvet, so intriguing. At the same time, we've certainly seen some frustration on the part of Chris Sabin since he's no longer the world heavyweight champion.
Well, I think when the book is written on Chris Sabin in 2013, almost a metamorphosis of sorts, becoming world heavyweight champion. Velvet Sky in his corner. Certainly has been on a roll. Wow. And Impact Wrestling, obviously, tough title loss to Bully Ray, covered by Kazarian. 2 count. And you got to wonder what making it to the top, what getting to the top of the mountain does for you. And then, obviously, the tough part is staying there. Chris Sabin, a month as world heavyweight champion, but can't deny the fact he can now say he was a world heavyweight champion in Impact Wrestling.
Also, how do you react after being world heavyweight champion? Going to be among the questions that we answer over the course of the next several months as Kazarian follows the kick with a cover and a 2 count.
Kazarian so tough and aligning himself, of course, with Christopher Daniels, with Bobby Roode. Ego has certainly been on a roll, and as we look ahead to Bound for Glory, I want to remind all of our great fans across the United Kingdom, across Europe, still some great travel packages available. Come see us, San Diego. Can't think of a better place to come visit. Beautiful place in Southern California. Home of Bound for Glory, October 20th now. Sabin into the ropes. Kazarian had that telegraph. Big scoop slam, and now into the ropes, and Sabin read that one as well, Mike.
One step ahead of Kazarian was Chris Sabin, able to roll out of the way of the contact. Now we're going to watch this match as it develops from here, as it unfolds. Very even to this point.
Very even. These two know each other so well. We talk about a history going back 10 years, and how about that neck crit right across the second rope and stops Kazarian in his tracks, and wow, what a drop kick. And Sabin now goes to the top rope. Kazarian is dazed from the top. Sabin, big cross body block and a cover. 1, 2.
That was close.
And not enough to hit the former multi-time World Tag Team and X Division champion Kazarian. Now into the ropes. Rolls him up. Here's a cover. 2.
Again, the leg strength of Kazarian to avoid the 3 count, but his head was right there.
Didn't avoid
Perfect
that.
place for the kick. Oh, no, just 2.
Wow, you saw the impact. You heard the impact. And Kazarian felt the impact as that boot went right across the face of Kazarian. Now, the Motor City native looking to fire up, looking to put the exclamation point on the end of this matchup. But no, look at this. Sabin drops down, nearly gets the pin. And now looking at referee Brian Hebner, not sure what to make of that, but now these two squaring off. Sabin comes in. Kazarian into the ropes. Wow.
Another powerful drop kick. Stacks up Sabin. No, just a 2 count. Another near fall.
Back and forth action here on Xplosion. Spin cycle returns later on in this broadcast. Kazarian will be joining us later for that, along with Christopher Daniels. So spin cycle returns to Xplosion, and now big sunset flip, and Kazarian over the top, grabs the rope, and it gets a cover. Wow!
Your winner, Kazarian.
It's a way to take advantage of a situation, I guess. Just dropping down into the pin, using the ropes for leverage.
The referee did not see it. Kazarian victorious. Chris Sabin not happy with the way this went down on this Xplosion exclusive matchup. More when we return.
It's finally here, my friend. A whole new chapter in Joseph Park's young career. For you, this is just another day at the office.
Right.
But we finally got our tag match next week against Bromans. I can't wait.
First official tag match. We got to get back to Russia. Secret underground Russian training facility.
What?
ODB's waiting for us. We're going to train. We're going to get you ready.
Where's
We're
that?
going to be ready when we get ready.
I told
Can
you,
we
bro.
do something for you, too?
I told you these two hamsters would already be worried. Hey, congrats, guys, on being the tag team in Impact Wrestling. That's the biggest joke, bro. Big joke.
You don't need a
Big
match.
joke.
We're undefeated.
Let me tell
As a
you
team,
two something.
we've
We
never
are, number one, we are undefeated, and number two, how dare you, sirs? Both of you. Let me tell you, Eric Young and myself, we'll be ready next week.
Boom! See you next week, hamsters. See you out there. I told you they were such a joke, bro.
They do have cool looking gear, though.
I was just going to say, do you think we should get matching
We need
gear?
to get some matching stuff, I think. That's our next step.
Looks a little feminine.
Some wool, maybe.
Wool.
Yeah.
I like it, bro. If we went full color wool, let's go talk about this some more.